got.
You get got.
We get got.
You get. Ooh, what a show. What a show.
Woo!
3. Dude, can you, I mean, we are already into motion here.
We are full
In motion here now with Danny making her move.
That's right.
Consolidate the whole shebang. All right.
And it's blowing up in her face. Everything
Yeah.
she thought is going wrong.
All right, yeah. But listen, before we even get to that war strategy that's going up, let's get to what everybody's been wanting to talk about ever since episode 1 or season 1 was Danny meeting with
Jon Snow.
No, Jon Snow. What you got out of it?
Well, starting in Dragonstone, I love the fact that Jon Snow has arrived. Tyrion is right there on the beach welcoming him. They take all his weapons and stuff. He definitely feels a little caught off guard. Even when Khaleesi was talking to him and Jon Snow wouldn't kneel and is explaining about the White Walkers and all that, they just had no belief. They were like, whatever.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, Jon Snow held his ground, did not kneel, and said, all right, well, what's going on? Am I a prisoner? am I locked here? He's like, no, but you ain't going anywhere.
Right.
And you're not in a cell.
Right. Now, right. And it's obvious that Khaleesi, I don't know what the strategy for the Khaleesi was.
She just wants to be on the Iron Throne. That's
right.
all she wants.
Right, but then when you think about when she had a conversation with Jon Snow, what was her strategy? Because we all knew why Jon Snow was even there.
Right. Jon Snow wants the dragon glass.
Yeah, he wants that dragon glass. That's all he cares about.
That's all he cares about.
Concerned about a war with Cersei. He's not concerned about bending no knee or who your grandfather or who your
nothing.
None of that crap. All he wants is that dragon glass, and that is the only reason he's
there. She just wants an ally that can help her take over Cersei.
Yeah, but why
win the King's Landing?
Yeah, but why treat your ally like that?
I think she's putting a little pressure, to make sure he knows, like, there is no question. I am the queen. I have the dragons. I will rule. You're either with me or not. Right. And Jon Snow, he's like, dude, I want a mine. And if it wasn't for Tyrion and Jon Snow having that talk and, him pretty much saying, what do you want?
Yeah.
I said, dude, just give me the dragon glass that I want. Finally, Khaleesi says, all right, I'll support that. And she's moved on. She's moved on. And I don't even think she understands, really, nor does she even fathom about this dead White Walker thing. Right. I don't think she gets the importance of it.
Right. Well, listen, if it wasn't because you and I have already seen episodes of the White Walkers and all that stuff, and some guy like that comes over and starts talking to us about White Walkers and zombies and all that, we probably won't believe it ourselves.
Right.
So, I can understand Danny or Khaleesi's point of view, but we, the audience, know that there really is a White Walker, and quite honestly, we should be more concerned about White Walker than Cersei.
Right.
They're not playing around. They're not.
Right. Now we got to move on towards King's Landing. So talk about what Tyrion was going to do and how Jaime helped, combated that.
Yeah. So that from the last episode, Tyrion had come up with this great strategy, this war strategy that that Dany's about to have. They were going to send the Greyjoys over to King's Landing. In the meantime, they're sending the Unsullys over to Castle Rock because they felt that the Castle Rock is really where the Lannisters' headquarters is and not King's Landing. King's Landing is just like, say, Washington, D.C.
Right.
Extent. So we knew Euron destroyed the Greyjoys, got them as prisoners. Her and the Queen Dorne, who we now learn that she is the gift that Euron was talking about a couple of episodes back. That hey, I'm going to bring you a gift. Yeah.
Yeah, which in essence is not really a gift, It's not, and even I love Cersei. What she says is, "Yeah, you'll get what you want after it's over,
Right, because
after the
Euron
war's
wants
over."
to marry her.
Right, right.
Right,
And
Euron.
then what does she do? She takes the queen, throws him in the dungeon with her daughter.
Well, she actually did to the daughter what Queen Dorne did to her daughter. And
Right,
remember,
right,
Queen Dorne kissed her daughter and she had this poison on her lips.
right,
So Cersei did the same thing to
right.
the Queen Dorne's daughter. Right. So now going back to that war strategy, now the Unsullies have landed their ships at Castle Rock. We learn two things. Number one, Jamie had already read them and taken the main army out. And dude, when we're talking about a main army, we show this humongous army that Jamie has. And I'll tell you here a little bit where that army's going. But anyway, the Unsullies fight in Castle Rock. Come to find out there's nobody at the
Nobody there.
nobody's there.
And then you look at their boats. Then you turn the camera and you see that Euron
Here we
is over
go.
here blowing up all these boats.
Exactly. And so now the Unsullies are stuck in Castle Rock and they have absolutely nowhere to go. Now they have to walk back.
Right.
And I believe to get to Dragonstone, you got to go through King's Landing.
Yeah, it's well, they're at Castle Rock, but yeah.
So you got a little problem there.
And so then where does the military? Jamie has his old military and heads where?
Heading to Mama Tyrell.
She didn't see that coming.
Tyrell. And he goes and blows out the entire army or whatever Mama Tyrell's got going on over there.
Yep.
And forces her, really doesn't really kill her. He has her drink poison. Now the thing that I learned here is that and we all kind of figured, we all kind of knew, but we just didn't really know it. And now it is known as a fact that Mama Tyrell killed Joffrey. Right.
And she even asked, how am I going to die through drinking this? Am I going to get blue? Am I going to, have convulsions? Well, how is it? And Jamie, being the guy he is, the little heart of a Lannister, says, no, this is a clean death. I made sure of it, yada, yada, yada. But how about the reaction of Jamie hearing she killed his son?
Right. I honestly thought he was going to take a shot and just whack that head right off of her body.
Totally. Yep.
All right. What are your predictions? What do you think?
Okay. Well, we didn't see a lot of Arya in this last episode. I don't think we didn't see any Arya. And I do think Arya makes it to Winterfell. She meets up with Sansa and Bran. Bran finally made it to Winterfell.
Yeah, we forgot that.
Yep, Bran is back at Winterfell. Sansa and Bran kind of talk about how he's the third eye raven. I was talking to some of my friends about Game of Thrones at work, and they're like, if Bran is so super powers, why can he not walk? Like, why can't he not, find, some contraption where he's walking? He has everyone pushing him around in the sled on a guy on Hodar's back. I thought that was kind of funny. He's like, if he's so smart, he should learn how to walk.
But I think Bran's superpowers is this supernatural mental thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so Bran's powers are that he can warg, which he can go into animals and people's bodies and manipulate and do things like that. He can also see the future and the past, which is an also thing. And I don't really understand why he didn't explain it enough to Sansa for her to really understand.
Yeah,
but
Sansa got bored and said,
I gotta go. All right, you can play with this tree.
You're way above my head, son.
Totally.
Yeah, stay on that.
So I think Arya makes it to Winterfell. gets in with Bran and Sansa, that's great. I think with Khaleesi, as we kind of saw in the trailer for 4, she's done with the games. She's just going to go full-blown hitting King's Landing.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that means a dragon's going to start firing up everything. I do think one dragon is out. One dragon gets down. That changes the tides. And something has to happen to Jon Snow and Khaleesi. They have to have a talk, a deeper talk about this White Walker stuff. And I think she maybe turns the table and starts to help on that.
Well, so I agree a little bit with what you're saying, and so here's my predictions. I think that this is a little bit not prediction, but on the sneak peek for episode 4 that we're about to see, I think Khaleesi and Jon Snow form an alliance here because now, and Khaleesi is going to have to soften up because guess what? The Greyjoys are out. The Tyrells are out. The Dorns are out. Those were her. All theirs and the Unsullys are stuck somewhere else. So all she has is the Dothrakis that are protecting the castle and all.
Right.
Now, mind you, the Dothrakis are, they're just killers. Okay. So
yeah.
they could probably handle any of John of Lannister's army. Jaime's.
Oh yeah.
However, I think Khaleesi's gonna panic because this grand plan that Tyrant was having is now going up in flames, and so she's gonna say, "Hey, I need Jon Snow and get my jets out, the 3 dragons, and I'm gonna fly one of these." Now, remember, Jon Snow is a Targaryen, and if anybody else can fly a dragon, it's a Targaryen. Now, Jon Snow doesn't know this, but I foresee that at some point Jon Snow's going to get close to a dragon unexpectedly, and the dragon's going to, figure out that, hey, this guy's one of us. Let him, and then they become friends and blah, blah, blah. And then next thing you know,
oh, wow,
going to be flying with Khaleesi.
Up
and down. All right.
Wow.
Because remember, Targaryen, I think Khaleesi is going to get on one of her dragons and go and fire up Euron's navy. Euron is the secret key here that's got to go. And I think by Khaleesi going into the ocean or into the water and getting the ships, by knocking out Euron, then all you have to contend with is with
Jaime's
army. We're going to see, I think in this episode coming up, Euron's going to hit the bricks. We're going to see an alliance between Jon and Dany.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Dany, Khaleesi, and Jon Snow connect.
Right.
They definitely. I do believe Arya makes it to Winterfell, and there's a family reunion.
Right.
And I just don't know. Sam has to get some more information. I think Sam has a bigger role than we think.
Well, there's only one more thing left to do, right?
Do you?
Get God!
Get God! Woo!
Get God!
Get God! Episode 4! Get God!
God! All right, son.
All right, I love you so much, Dad.
I love you too, son. See you in the next episode.
All right. Woo!